Hello children, how are you? I'm fine and hope the same for you. Already I have sent to audio regarding to the chapter second phase of the Indian national movement. Now the next topic is assertive nationalist. So for this the video is here. Who are called the assertive nationalist? So children, the angry young men were known as the assertive nationalist. They were angry. Why they were angry? Because they wanted to throw away the British government. They were aggressive in nature. So that's why they were known as angry young men. The assertive nationalists, they were moderate in nature and their methods were completely peaceful. With the means of peace, they wanted to get the demands fulfilled. But the assertive nationalists were not like them. They were aggressive. They believed in snatching their right. Their motto was self-reliance, self-sacrifice, and self-help. They believed in it. Yes. And the assertive nationalists were so many. But there was a trio of the assertive nationalists which was very famous. That was Lal, Bal and Pal. Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. These were the famous assertive nationalists who did a great job for the freedom struggle. Now there were the several causes that these assertive nationalists took part. So first cause is recognition of the true nature of the British rule. Finally, all the people, they recognized the true nature of the British government. The British government worked in favor of the British, not in favor of the Indian citizen. They came here, their motive to come to India was only to get more and more profit. And the early nationalists, they always believed in the British government. They believed that with their moderate means, surely they will achieve the self-government or they will achieve the Swaraj. But it did not happen. And that's why all the people realized that British government was not at all in favor of the Indian citizens. Then the other reason, failure of the early nationalist. The early nationalist failed. Why the early nationalist failed? There was a reason. Because early nationalists, they already put the several demands. They demanded for the age bar of the civil service examination, which the British government reduced from 21 to 19 years. And for the ICS exams, as well as for the employment, for the promotion in the administrative department, all these demands were put. But not all but only few demands were fulfilled. Like the pattern of the civil service examination and all these were there, but other demands were ignored. And early nationalists, they worked only for a limited class. We can say that the middle educated class, they worked for it only. The poor peasants, the workers, they all were ignored because they demanded for the education. They demanded that there should be a reduction in the taxes and the revenues. They demanded that promotion should be provided. They demanded that civil service examination should be organized simultaneously in India. So all these demands were only for the educated class. Nothing was there for the poor people, illiterate people. So that's why the early nationalists failed. They were having their methods which were completely moderate in nature, and it did not help the people. So finally it failed. Next cause is worsening economic conditions. Yes, there are several examples that our poor people were exploited by the British government, and then the British government left our Indian citizen in a too poor condition. What happened that and the British government made India a market. We have discussed it so many times that all the raw material like a cotton and indigo, all these things were exported to England, and from there the manufactured good was brought here in our country, and again it played a role of a market, that everything was sold out here. So the entire wealth was drained to England. So what profit we were getting? Nothing, because the import charges were never taken from the British government. Then on the other hand, the silver jubilee of Queen Victoria was celebrated in a very vast manner, and lakh of rupees were spent in that. Then the poor people who were suffering from the famines, they were ignored. So that time the people realized the true nature of the British government. The next cause, that growing consciousness among the Indians. The leaders who are working there for the self-government and as well as Swaraj, these people made other people aware about the nationalism, about their rights. And these people only made other people realize that this is our country. Then other people, they realized about their rights. And that's why they started the motto of self-reliant, self-help and self-sacrifice. There were several leaders like Aurobindo Ghosh, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. These people started the consciousness among the people that come on, wake up, don't have the blind faith, be practical. So in this manner the consciousness was aroused among the people. The next is need for mass education. Primarily education was given only to the rich people who were able to pay the fee. But later, assertive nationalists, they demanded that all the people should be given the education, whether they were rich, whether they were poor, whether the girl is there or whether the boy is there, all should be given the education, because the literacy was going to play an important role. And it is well said that if a woman is educated in a family, the entire family is educated. So they wanted to create such atmosphere that time. So these are the causes, children, which we have discussed today for the rise of the assertive nationalist, and other causes we are going to discuss in other video. With this, I thank you.